Hey guys, welcome back to Think Beautiful, the channel where I talk all about these two and their impending divorce, allegedly. But it looks like these guys are getting very, very worried because we got this pap shoot out on the beach the other day. So I want to talk about this because I've done a bit of analysis on the images and I'm going to tell you guys why. I'm pretty sure this was a completely staged photo op. So I'm going to show you the receipts, but this is crazy. This is something I haven't seen Meghan Markle do for some time, and she's certainly roped in Harry. Now, by default, she's also roped in Archie, and we'll get to that in a minute as well. But first of all, this is the article in TMZ I'm speaking about. I did another video on this. I'm sure you guys are all up to speed with this. So let's get into this. This is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry surfs up for Archie, family fun in the sun. Now, of course, Meghan Markle has spent the last, I don't even know how old is she, 43 or something years lying. She is such a liar. She has been caught out lying in a court of law. So I don't even have to say allegedly because that was actual hashtag facts that happened. So unfortunately, or just because of that, I wouldn't even say unfortunately, people do not believe her. So when articles come out and photos are put out to the media, everyone scrutinizes them because we just don't believe it's what we are being told it is. Now, this article is telling us, and I read it in my previous video, that this happened on the 1st of August. And I'm seeing a lot of conversation on X, even on YouTube. People are just like, what is this? I'm sure these photos are old, probably taken ages ago. Meghan holds on to data, puts it out when it suits her. So the first thing I wanted to check was the date of these images. Now, TMZ, of course, they know what they're doing and they do hide a lot of the data. They strip it before they even upload it. But what I can see tells me I'm actually pretty sure it was the 1st of August this year, because if you look at the name of the URL, if you have a look at, this is the gallery URL, and it does have there the 1st of August 2025. So that's as far as I can go with that. I do believe this happened on that day. Now, I can also verify, and I'm not going to show too much information because I'm not about exposing the kids, like the real faces and things like that. I'm not going to go there, but you can make out the surf school that Archie was attending that day, and they did have a class. So it all kind of adds up. Now, speaking about this surf class, I'm just confused as to why it even ran. Now, of course, we heard about this earthquake. There was a tsunami warning, even for Santa Barbara. So this thing came out, and this was just the other day. So a tsunami warning was issued on the 29th of July. Okay, just a couple of days before this little soiree down at the beach with Archie, Harry, and Meghan. Now, it was cancelled. It was cancelled the following day. There was going to be no tsunami. Everyone's going to be safe. All the rich people in Montecito, don't worry, Oprah, the wave probably wouldn't have got you anyway. Is she even at home at the moment? I feel like she's on a holiday. She's probably always on a holiday. Anyway, it was cancelled on the 30th, but it says here very clearly, rogue, higher than normal waves and strong currents may continue throughout coastal areas for several hours or days. So, why, with that kind of information, would you still take your kids down or your child down to do this surf lesson? I don't know. Call me, I don't know, overprotective, but I'd be like, we might just sit this week out. It's probably not worth it. Like, even if there's no tsunami, it's going to be a bit choppy out there for a 6-year-old. I would have thought. But anyway, that's another conversation. That's just my opinion. I don't understand that. It obviously went ahead and there was no issue, but I don't know. I don't know. As a parent, I just wouldn't do that. But let's get back to these images. Now, there were 11 images shared in the photo gallery from the TMZ article. Now, what you can do is look at the name of the images. So TMZ basically name all of the images so they can catalog them and figure out, which one they're going to use and who took it and stuff like that. So I've put the information up on all of these images and I'm going to explain why I've done that. So these are kind of in order, I guess. But the first one here is image number 3. You can see the URL at the top. You can see the date. You can see where it's got a 3. That's the image number. This one is just of Meghan. So I've also listed if they are Harry, if they are Meghan, or if they are Harry and Meghan. So we have this one here is image 3. We have image 22. We have image 28. Image 64. This one is image A3. Now you can see here that A3 looks very, very similar to 64. So what I think that is, I think all of these 64, 28, 22, all of these ones that don't have the letter at the start, I think they are all taken by cameraman A. I think they're all from the same person. They all look like they have the same view, the same angle. Okay, so far what I have been able to ascertain is that there is one cameraman, they're calling him A. Okay, so cameraman A was in position around this spot here. Okay, so that's one cameraman so far. Then we have some more shots, and these are called C, and there is C1, that's Harry and Meghan. There's C or 5C, I think it's the same thing, 5C, and then there's C7. So there's 3 photos there. So far we have cameraman A and we have cameraman C. So that's 2 camera people so far, 2 different angles. We then have this one here. This is D1. So this is another angle, another cameraman. So now we have A, C, and D. And then we even have another one. We have E. We have this one here, which is listed as 4E. So what I can see from these images is that there are 4 photographers in 4 different positions taking photos of these 2 idiots. Now, is that normal for TMZ? Because I just thought to myself, this seems like a lot. That seems, I don't know, pre-planned perhaps. So when I ask my friend ChatGPT for a bit of information, they tell me TMZ typically uses 1 to 2 angles for most celebrity sightings. So you can see here a bit of a matrix tells you how many people they usually use, but usually 1 to 2 is what they would do. So I've counted 4. That sounds like a lot. Is it a lot? Yes. 4 distinct angles is more than usual. And it suggests multiple photographers are assigned, or TMZ purchased photos from multiple freelance agencies, regardless, there's 4 different angles. Possibly a coordinated shoot or tip-off where positioning was pre-planned. Look at that. Possibly a coordinated shoot. I'm telling you, this was a setup. This is not just TMZ happened to be down at the Santa Barbara Beach, Carpinteria, wherever this was. No, this was set up. You cannot tell me it wasn't. 4 different photographers in different positions. Yeah. Now, when you look at the content of the images, so like I showed you, I listed if they were Meghan only, Harry only, or Harry and Meghan together. Majority of the shots are of them both. So 73% of the images showed them both together. Now, they weren't exactly talking or having a great time, laughing, kissing, hugging. Oh, thank goodness. But they were certainly in the same frame. So this tells me, and these are all my opinions, but I'm showing you why I think that. But in my opinion, the reason that we are seeing so many shots, or most of the shots of both of them, is because that was the brief. That is what the photographers were told to do, was get the images of them together. That's what this photo shoot was about, in my opinion. And why would they want to do that right now? Because we have all of these articles coming out saying that their marriage is on the rocks, oh, the Netflix deal, it's basically triggering a divorce and all that kind of stuff. So it makes sense and it fits the narrative that is out there right now, that these two need to show some kind of face together to make it look like or appear that everything is rosy. And we know that it's not. We know that it's not. And this just actually proves that. But there you go. That's what I've come up with so far. Now, the unfortunate thing that has happened because of this photo shoot is that Archie has been implicated, and not in a great way, not in a good way at all. So I put this up on X just to show you, I guess, my opinion on this. So Meghan Markle's usual selfish idea to tip off the paps has now turned into the reveal of her 6-year-old son Archie, and horrible rumors are now circulating online. What kind of mother is she? This must be Prince Harry's worst nightmare. Meghan Markle is done. Now, I'm not going to show any video, but I know some other channels have, and that hasn't gone too well. So I'm certainly not going to do that. And like I said at the top of the show, that's not my intention. I don't think showing kids' faces is fair for the kid, really. But basically, this wasn't just a photo shoot. This was Archie's surf lesson. So, of course, there's plenty of kids around. Of course, Archie is there. Now, TMZ were obviously told don't take photos of the kids because I didn't see any kids in those images. But certainly, the surf school, which you can make out in the images from some of the banners that are up, they did post something. And from what I understand, it went up on Instagram. And yeah, you can see what I suspect is Archie at the end of the reel. Now, there's lots of comments. Like I said, there's lots and lots of circulating rumors now because I guess the behavior that he was engaged in at the time, it's very, very hard. And it's certainly not fair to make those kind of judgments. And we're talking about a kid here. But that's what has happened, and Meghan Markle is to blame for that completely. She has tipped off the paps. She has set this up. We have 4 different angles, and this is what happens. Why would you do that, Meghan? Why would you choose your child's sporting event to do this type of photo shoot? That is just that is just the worst parenting I have ever heard. And honestly, Prince Harry, this is what you have married. This is what is going on. Do you get it yet? Do you understand what's going on? So guys, this is just the start of the reel. Like I said, I'm not going to show this, but what is actually really confusing is that I got this image from a Sussex Squad Instagram page. So they're showing it as well. So it's not taken down. I don't know why they want to promote this. I would have thought that they would want the kids to be hidden. And isn't that what Meghan and Harry want? So wouldn't you align your content with what your idols are telling you? I don't understand it. That's where I got this. So yeah, you can go and find it for yourself. It's on Instagram. It's certainly on X as well. But yep, this is what Meghan has done. This is what she has created. And what an absolute debacle. What a mess this day at the beach has turned into. But guys, that is all I have for you today. That is why I'm pretty sure that this was completely set up, 4 different camera angles, 4 different photographers. This is just not one of those drive-by things. Oh, there's Meghan and Harry, jump out of the car. Oh no, completely set up. But guys, thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe, and I'll keep these videos coming. Thank you. Bye.